today because we want Roosevelt Island to become Silicon Island. And we have stood together once before saying that we want an engineering and applied sciences campus on Roosevelt Island. But we wanted to do it again and to continue our advocacy campaign because the bids are in. There are 7 proposals that have been submitted to the city, to EDC, and to the mayor. But only 2 of them have chosen Roosevelt Island, Stanford University and Cornell University. And we're very excited that institutions like that, world-class institutions, are battling to spend billions of dollars in our city. But we very clearly want to have that development on Roosevelt Island. So we are taking our campaign online. We are asking people to tell the mayor and to tell the city to pick Roosevelt Island. Why? Because it's accessible by subway, by bus, by car, by tram. Because there's housing, there are stores and shops, there are world-class parks that already make this a very, very attractive place for people to live and to work. But here's how you can help. Here's what you can do. You can go onto the Applied Science NYC Facebook page. The city has created this page. It's called AppSci NYC, and it says right on the home page, we want your opinion. Well, we're going to give it to you. We are asking people to go onto that Facebook page and to post and to say, please pick Roosevelt Island. If you have a Twitter account, you can tweet at AppSciNYC and include the hashtag PickRI. And then, sort of, it's funny to say the old-fashioned way, which would be to send an email. You can also send an email to appliedSciencesRFP@nycedc.com. I have over 3,500 friends on my Facebook page, and this morning I've already posted both on the AppSci NYC wall and on my wall. I have already tweeted and asked people to do the same. So the network that is here today is an extensive one, and we are going to do all that we can to convince the mayor that this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and we want to make sure it happens on the island. So next I'm going to ask our Assembly Member Micah Kellner to speak.
Thank you, Councilwoman Lappin, for bringing us together today. You know, what better way than a high-tech way to bring a high-tech university here to Roosevelt Island? You know, we're going to be using the same technologies that were developed in Silicon Alley. You know, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, email, all of these things. That's what we want to be developing on Roosevelt Island. So we should be using those technologies right now to bring this high-tech university here to Roosevelt Island. You know, we have 2 amazing bids, Stanford and the City University of New York coming together, and then we also have Cornell and Technion coming together with an international proposal. Either of these are going to be world-class institutions on Roosevelt Island. And if we want the next Google, we want the next Facebook, we want the next Twitter developed on Roosevelt Island or in Western Queens, you know, we need to have this university. And as the council members said, there is no better place to have this than Roosevelt Island. We have the infrastructure, we have the space, we have the support. This is where it should be. So by the end of today, I'd ask all my Twitter followers, all my Facebook followers, hashtag PickRI better be trending. That's what we're here today to say. I want to see that trending not just throughout New York City, but throughout the nation. Hashtag PickRI. I'm so glad the council member thought of this. It's a great way to let the mayor know exactly what we want, and that is this high-tech university right here on Roosevelt Island. Thank you, everybody.
Leslie Torres is head of the Roosevelt Island Operating Corporation.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman, for having me today. As mentioned, my name is Leslie Torres, and I'm the president of the Roosevelt Island Operating Corporation. We operate and manage the island, and thus we provide all the municipal services, the transportation on the island, and other items. And we stand ready and extremely excited to partner with this group, with any institution that's selected to come to Roosevelt Island. We'd be thrilled if Cornell or Stanford came, and we plan to help to successfully integrate them into our community on the island, and look forward to partnering with everyone here and with the city to make sure this happens. So welcome Stanford, welcome Cornell. Roosevelt Island is a wonderful place, it's a wonderful community, and we look forward to being your campus. Thank you.
I mentioned the world-class parks that are on Roosevelt Island. One under development is the FDR Four Freedoms Park and Memorial. Senator Menard is the president.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Well, we've had the privilege of collaborating with everyone up here and many other Roosevelt Island residents in building this Louis Kahn designed memorial park in honor of Franklin D. Roosevelt. And speaking of 21st century technology, we're digitizing the park. We're creating the whole history of the Roosevelt era in about 120 chapters, which will be accessible to visitors on site. So this is a brand new use of technology in a civic space to teach history and civics to whole new generations of people. So we really look forward to a partnership with Cornell or with Stanford as we really add this wonderful capability to Roosevelt Island. We second the motion.
I'm here representing the Residents Association, President Micah.
Thank you. This is exciting stuff. We are a planned community. We, like Stanford and Cornell, are about innovation. Both of these institutions have reached out to us over the past 6 months to find out where we're coming from, what we can do for them, and what they can do for us. Clearly, they are looking for a community to become a part of. We are that community. We are an organization that, RERA is an organization that represents the community by the ballot box. We represent all of the residents on the island. We've been speaking to them. The media has been full of this opportunity for the island. People have gotten a lot of information about it, and a lot of information is yet to come as this process evolves. I know this is a very exciting time for all of us. We are a concentration of the arts on Roosevelt Island, which will certainly enhance whichever of these institutions chooses us. We are looking forward to working with them. We thank them for being so open with us, and we really hope to make this a synergistic kind of process once one organization is chosen, and we can work with them towards enhancing what they do and for them enhancing who we are. Thank you.
And last we're going to hear from Beth Escobar, who's on the Goldwater Committee within the Residents Association.
Thank you, Councilwoman. I just wanted to say, first off, as a member of Community Board 8, Community Board 8 welcomes, whether it be Stanford or Cornell, welcomes those institutions to the fine island of Roosevelt Island. What a better place to have such an innovative technological applied science facility to come than the Upper East Side, where so many innovative teaching facilities already exist. As Councilwoman Lappin also referred to, I'm also a member of the Silicon Island Development Corporation, in which we are looking forward to building a coalition and partnership with whoever comes to the island to make our community that it is, and a community that has potential to become. And so, I guess in closing, I'd just like to say to the mayor, to the EDC, and to all, there's only one logical choice, and that's Roosevelt Island.
And we know you have a choice, and we know there are other great institutions that have applied, but we really hope you'll select one of the bidders who chose Roosevelt Island. So before the heavens open, any questions?
Do you have a preference between Stanford or Cornell?
I do not have a preference.
Had a chance to look at any of the details that either of these
The bids have been kept confidential, so I can't speak to any of the details of the proposals.
What type of infrastructure improvements do you think are needed on Roosevelt Island in order for the campus to be a success and for the community to be able to continue in the way of life they currently have or improve it?
So part of the proposal, the mayor has pledged up to $100 million that could be used towards infrastructure upgrades. I've been told that EDC this week is conducting some kind of transportation survey looking at those infrastructure needs. So I think that will be an ongoing conversation, but there is some money that has been dedicated to that. And obviously for this to work, for the university that is selected, for the residents who live there, we'll have to figure some of these things out, but I'm very confident we'll do that. And to have this kind of development on the island, this kind of investment, I think it's a very positive.
One example was trying to open up another subway line on Roosevelt Island. Have you heard anything about that?
I haven't heard anything about that. We had talked about ferry service over the years with EDC. This would help us get critical mass in terms of making that economically feasible.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody.